True freedom is not freedom from something, but a deep freedom to be yourself. Mooji. Welcome. Today, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation, delving into the profound practice of learning to ignore your egoic mind to change your life. The egoic mind, it's a term you might have heard before, but what does it truly mean? At its core, the egoic mind is that incessant voice inside your head. It's the commentator, the judge, the comparer, constantly narrating your life. It's the part of you that says, "I'm not good enough. I need to prove myself, or what will others think?" While this voice might seem like a natural part of our existence, it often becomes a barrier to genuine happiness and inner peace. Understanding the ego begins with recognizing its origins. The ego is formed from our experiences, the societal conditioning we've undergone, and the roles we've played throughout our lives. It thrives on identification with our thoughts, emotions, possessions, and even the roles we play. The ego isn't inherently bad, it's a survival mechanism. But in today's world, it often oversteps its bounds, leading to unnecessary suffering. One of the most liberating insights you can have is realizing that you are not your thoughts. This might seem simple, yet it's revolutionary. Thoughts are transient, ever-changing. They arise and fade away, but your true essence remains constant. By observing your thoughts without becoming entangled in them, you start creating a distance between your true self and the egoic mind. Mindfulness and meditation are indispensable tools on this journey. Regular practice can help you cultivate an awareness that allows you to notice when your ego is at play. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. As thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and gently return your focus to your breath. Over time, this practice helps you detach from the ego's constant chatter. Self-compassion is another crucial element. The ego often feeds on self-criticism and judgment. By practicing kindness towards yourself, you weaken its hold. Remember, everyone has an egoic mind, and everyone struggles with it. You are not alone in this journey. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend. Living in the present moment is a powerful strategy to diminish the ego's influence. The egoic mind thrives on past regrets and future anxieties. By anchoring yourself in the present, you strip the ego of its power. Engage fully in whatever you're doing, whether it's eating, walking, or even washing the dishes. Notice the sensations, sights, and sounds around you. This mindful engagement brings you back to the now, where the ego has little influence. Understanding that the ego often masks deeper fears and insecurities is essential. By addressing these underlying issues, you can further reduce the ego's influence. This might involve therapy, journaling, or deep introspection. Ask yourself, what fears or insecurities are driving my egoic thoughts and behaviors? Understanding these root causes can lead to profound healing. Letting go of the need for external validation is another crucial step. The ego thrives on approval and recognition from others. By finding validation within yourself, you weaken the ego's grip. This doesn't mean you shouldn't value others' opinions, but rather that your sense of self-worth shouldn't be dependent on them. Cultivate a strong sense of inner validation through self-reflection and self-acceptance. Practicing gratitude can shift your focus away from the ego. The ego often dwells on what's lacking or what could go wrong. By focusing on what you're grateful for, you create a positive mindset that diminishes the ego's negative influence. Take a few moments each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small they may seem. Surrounding yourself with supportive and like-minded individuals can make a significant difference. The egoic mind can be reinforced by toxic relationships and environments. Seek out people who uplift you, encourage your growth, and share your commitment to personal development. Their positive influence can help you stay grounded and less affected by egoic tendencies. Engage in activities that foster humility. Volunteer work, helping others, and acts of kindness can shift your focus from self-centeredness to a broader perspective. These activities remind you that everyone is interconnected and that the ego's sense of separation is an illusion. As you continue this journey, remember that it's a process. There will be setbacks and moments when the egoic mind reasserts itself. Be patient with yourself and recognize that every step, no matter how small, is progress. Celebrate your victories and learn from your challenges. The benefits of ignoring your egoic mind are profound. You'll experience a greater sense of inner peace, reduced stress, and improved relationships. Your decision-making will become clearer, guided by intuition rather than fear or insecurity. You'll also find a deeper connection to your true self and a greater sense of purpose. Delving deeper, it's important to understand how the egoic mind affects our interactions with others. The ego thrives on comparison and competition. It convinces us that we must be better, smarter, or more successful than those around us. This mindset creates a sense of separation and isolation. It can make relationships challenging, as the ego is constantly seeking validation or superiority. One way to counteract this is through practicing empathy and compassion towards others. When you genuinely try to understand and share the feelings of another, you shift your focus from yourself to the other person. This practice not only diminishes the ego's influence but also fosters deeper and more meaningful connections. Another practice is embracing vulnerability. The ego fears vulnerability because it associates it with weakness or the risk of being hurt. However, allowing yourself to be vulnerable can be incredibly liberating. It opens you up to authentic experiences and relationships, free from the constraints of the ego's protective mechanisms. Creative expression is another powerful tool for transcending the ego. When you engage in creative activities, whether it's painting, writing, music, or dance, you tap into a state of flow where the ego's chatter quiets down. In these moments of pure creativity, you connect with your true self and the present moment. Nature also offers a profound way to transcend the ego. Spending time in nature can remind you of the vastness and interconnectedness of life. The ego's concerns and fears often seem insignificant when you're surrounded by the beauty and majesty of the natural world. Take time to walk in the woods, sit by the ocean, or simply observe the sky. Let nature's tranquility wash over you, quieting the egoic mind. Developing a spiritual practice can also help in transcending the ego. This doesn't necessarily mean adhering to a specific religion, but rather exploring practices that connect you with something greater than yourself. This could be meditation, prayer, yoga, or any practice that resonates with you and helps you tap into a deeper sense of being. A crucial part of this journey is learning to recognize the ego in real time. The more you practice mindfulness and self-awareness, the better you become at catching the ego in action. Notice when you feel defensive, superior, inferior, or anxious. These are often signs that the ego is at play. Instead of reacting, pause and take a few deep breaths. Acknowledge what you're feeling without judgment, and gently redirect your focus to the present moment. Another powerful technique is to question the validity of your egoic thoughts. When a thought arises that causes stress or discomfort, ask yourself, is this true? Is this thought based on reality or fear? Often, you'll find that the ego's fears are exaggerated or unfounded. By challenging these thoughts, you weaken the ego's hold on your mind. Practicing acceptance is another key element. The ego often resists what is, creating inner turmoil. By accepting things as they are, without needing them to be different, you find peace. This doesn't mean you become passive or complacent, but rather that you approach life's challenges from a place of calm and clarity. Engaging in acts of service can also help diminish the ego's influence. When you help others, you shift your focus from yourself to the well-being of others. This practice cultivates a sense of connection and purpose, counteracting the ego's self-centered tendencies. It's important to cultivate a sense of humor about yourself and your ego. The ego takes itself very seriously, but life is much lighter when you can laugh at your own quirks and foibles. Humor can be a great way to deflate the ego and bring a sense of perspective to your experiences. Lastly, continuous learning and growth are essential. The ego likes to believe it knows everything, but adopting a mindset of curiosity and openness keeps you grounded. Embrace new experiences, learn from different perspectives, and remain open to change. This attitude helps keep the ego in check and fosters personal development. In conclusion, learning to ignore your egoic mind is not about eliminating the ego but rather about understanding its role and choosing not to let it control your life. Through mindfulness, self-compassion, present moment awareness, addressing underlying fears, seeking inner validation, practicing gratitude, surrounding yourself with positive influences, engaging in humble activities, and being patient with yourself, you can diminish the ego's influence and transform your life. The journey of transcending the ego is ongoing. It requires commitment, patience, and practice. But the rewards are immense. By quieting the egoic mind, you open yourself up to a life of greater peace, authenticity, and fulfillment. You connect with your true self and experience the world from a place of love and compassion. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Remember, the path to inner peace and true happiness lies within you. Take the first step today, and embrace the transformative power of ignoring your egoic mind.